friends, and I tell her, you know, it's okay to not have friends. You know, it's okay to be by yourself. Because people don't treat you right.
Such a tragic story, a mother trying to make sense of losing her daughter. It's a tragic outcome in a case of bullying, what we've seen much too often. We'll explore it here on The Factor tonight. But first, an upscale home turned into a prison for a woman in the Houston area. Her own husband accused of holding her against her will. Details on the investigation in moments.
Isiah Factor Uncensored starts now.
And welcome and thank you for joining us for The Factor Uncensored tonight. We begin with what local investigators call a horror story unfolding inside a $1 million home in Clear Lake. A man accused of not allowing his wife to leave that home for 5 years. 5 years. You see him here. James Earl Jones faces charges. He was arrested after his wife, who was disabled, who has disabilities, called 911 for help. According to investigators, she said Johnson had been locking her inside a bedroom against her will for years without phone access. She also says without proper nutrition or medical care, and sometimes given just one egg a day and dinner. Joining us to talk about it, therapist Dr. Bernadette Smith, defense attorney Bioji Akingbala, and Matilda Saragosa, an advocate for families and friends. Matilda, we've done this before.
Yes.
We've went to North Houston where a woman was held hostage in her home. Are you shocked by this? Because many people say, how is this possible in 2026 that a woman is held against her will?
Well, there's a lot of things just flying under the radar. We saying that there was police reports, and clearly the police didn't do a thorough job of finding out all the information that needed to take place,
now,
right?
A report indicates the police was there
at one point in time, in 2024, I believe they said. And I think that if they would follow through the allegations that were being made, maybe we could have possibly ceased this before it gotten to this step. But I mean, this is normal behavior inside of these homes when you have these individuals who have severe mental health issues that are keeping these individuals captive. You know, you have a vulnerable woman with the disability in an unjust situation, you know, and you're taking advantage of that disability by keeping her confined in a room for such a long period of time and not allowing her the proper care.
Bioji, what's the status of the husband in this case, Mr. Johnson?
Well, I want to set the record straight. It says that he's accused of holding her hostage, and that's not true. He's accused of abandoning her to where she can't have adequate care, per the prosecutors, and he's accused of assaulting her while being disabled. It's not true that he kidnapped her or held her hostage. Right now, he's facing those 2 felonies. Abandoning the disabled is a second-degree felony when it can lead to imminent risk of death or injury, and assaulting a disabled individual is a third-degree felony when it can lead to bodily injury, and that's what he's facing right now.
And what's his status now? Is he out of jail? He was arrested, right?
Yes, my understanding is that he has bonded out. He faced a magistrate judge. He was charged with these 2 allegations. Right now, he's expected to be back in court in about a month.
Okay. Talk about the psychological aspect of this. And for many people, they're wondering, how could you be held against your will or not be able to get out of your house in 2026? The charge is abandonment, not taking her hostage or holding her against her will.
Right, so I know that a lot of people might be, as you said, how can this happen? Well, she has a disability, so she's clearly dependent upon him for something. And so in one of the articles that I was reading, he would take the phone away. So it's very easy. While technology is very accessible to us, it's also very easy to take it away. You can block routers, you can block Wi-Fi routers, you can prevent different devices from connecting to a Wi-Fi router. So it is very easy to delete or to eliminate access for somebody. And if she doesn't have a community or a support system, then that also becomes easy to alienate somebody, thereby not being able to give support and help.
And if you're a family member or a friend, you're probably just horrified by all of this now, but it's our job as family members and friends to check on everyone.
Yeah. And to maintain a non-judgmental space for people, right? And so that's one of the bigger things, because when somebody is experiencing abuse, there's a lot of shame that person is holding, because the abuser is making them feel less than, shameful, etc. And so when somebody might come to us saying this is happening, to hold space, be non-judgmental, so that you can help them get support, because it takes many attempts for somebody to actually leave somebody who's abusing them.
Matilda, what would be your advice to someone who may be going through this and they may be scared to death, frightened, and not want to bring the police into it or tell anyone?
Well, I mean, from my understanding, she had family involved. I mean, there was children in the home. I would think that she would at least try to attempt to have those conversations with the children and kind of get them to understand where she was at. It's a really hard situation because, again, she was very dependent upon her abuser. So it seems as though, and of course he limited access, just as we discussed. So, I mean, if somebody was going through this, I mean, I always encourage them to reach out. If you're limited access to reach out, it makes it hard to do so. I believe that if she would have possibly attempted to say more to the police possibly that day, there was some sort of control going on, clearly.
Now, they said the police did not take a report. That's what we heard.
And for the children to support the control or support that nothing was happening in the home, then something seriously was happening there altogether. So I just feel like maybe having those open conversations inside of your home so you can identify these red flags, and that way if somebody is in the home that could possibly speak up, because clearly she wasn't able to, that they do so.
And Bioji, you always make it clear, innocent until proven guilty in this particular case.
One of the things you said was that the police did not make a report. So it begs the question, if the police did not make a report, was there anything reportable? You know, we were giving this guy a label.
Dr. Smith, why did you respond that way?
Because I understand his perspective.
As a criminal defense attorney.
But we also understand that the police system is flawed, and there's lots of times in which they should have made reports, but they did not make reports. And additionally, women's voices go unheard. Especially minority women. Now, I don't know the ethnic racial background of this woman, but we also know statistically women are silenced, statistically women are not believed, and statistically minority women are further not believed.
And statistically,
10 seconds.
African-American men are overrepresented in the criminal justice system and oftentimes are faced with false accusations. So we have to look at the evidence here before we label this individual an abuser.
And so how do we train them to recognize those flags, right, without being told? If you got a silent woman, we need to recognize those flags.
All great points.
That way everybody's just...
We appreciate it. Thank you. Out of time, though. All right. Do it after the show. We need an after the show. Have you been to the Houston Rodeo this year? Some of the fashion choices on the fairgrounds are turning heads.
I'm walking around the rodeo, and I'm thinking to myself, the rodeo then became the bootio. I done seen so many women walking around here as cowgirls wearing booty shorts all the way up to their booty, cheek shorts, whatever you want to call them. And I'm like, damn, is we at the strip club or is we at the rodeo? You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the Hodeo. That's what they're calling it. What do you think? Are some people showing way too much of their goodies? That debate is on the way. You're watching The Factor Uncensored.
Mic check.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A 12-year-old Georgia girl named Jada West has died days after a fight near her school's bus stop. Family members say Jada had recently moved to the area and faced bullying at school. Her mother is devastated.
I'm angry. We gotta teach our children. I'm angry. What happened to the love? We lost our love, people. Teach your children to love.
Jada suffered a coma after the fight and died Sunday. Police are now reviewing video of the incident to determine whether any charges will be filed in this case. Now, the case has also brought attention to how bullying can end in tragedy. Joining us to talk about it tonight, former principal and parent Lawrence Allen, parent Dale Lynn Settle, and Dr. Bernadette Smith is back. And of course, Mr. Allen, this is a problem we hear about at The Factor all the time. Parents are always writing us talking about their children being bullied at school. How big of a problem is it? You were there, boots on the ground.
Well, Isaiah, first let me say my heart goes out to the family.
Absolutely.
This period in time in their life. And I would say to you that it's pretty common, if you would. But schools tried to do their very best to put processes in place to identify incidents that might escalate to physical harm or mental harm by training the faculty, training the students throughout the course of the year, and giving a position where students can make a report. And students are not necessarily disciplined through the code of conduct, but maybe given restorative practices to change those behaviors. So I think it occurs just about on every campus, especially with certain age groups and certain demographics. And so, but processes and systems must be in place to minimize the damage.
And I'm interested when you say age groups and demographics. Tell me what you see.
Well, I came out of the South Park area as a principal, and sometimes conflict resolution comes with some concept like fighting as a way of solving a problem. Coming out of the community, it comes into the schoolhouse, those levels of how do you solve your issues? How do you become bigger in the community? And sometimes that comes with a concept called bullying. It could be gang-related and things of that nature.
Dale Lynn, really quick, as a parent, what do you think has changed? Because when you and we were in school, there was bullying. But it seems to be worse now, or are we hearing about it more? What, from your perspective?
From a parent perspective and working in education 10 years, it is getting worse. I think that the kids are becoming desensitized to violence, and as Mr. Allen said, it is becoming a first resort. They're choosing violence, but I also noticed that in this case and other cases that I see in the schools, adults need to be held responsible for what is going on as well. From what I saw in the video of the young girl from Jada's video, the bus driver let the kids off the bus that did not usually stop at this bus stop. And there were adults present when the fight was going on as well. So not only are the children becoming out of control, but I also think that the adults in the situation have now become out of control as well.
Doc, would you agree with that?
Well, to her point, I think what we have to look at is how do we hold our children to a standard when the adults are not taught emotional regulation or conflict skills.
So is it bad parenting, you know, in the beginning that leads to bullying kids, or kids who are willing to get out in the schoolyard and fight?
I don't necessarily want to say bad parenting per se, but what I will say is not being able to implement certain tools and teach your children certain tools, right? Because it is a grueling process to be a parent, right? And because not only are you having to teach your children emotional regulation, you're also having to manage your own emotional regulation in the process of parenting. And if you do not have those skills, then how are you teaching somebody to identify their emotions? How are you teaching a young child whose frontal lobe isn't fully formed how to communicate in a way that doesn't always result in violence? And oftentimes children are going to emulate what they see in their home.
Okay. And Mr. Allen, what would be your best piece of advice for parents out there? We have about 30 seconds. Give us that. if they feel like their children are being bullied or their children are the ones who are bullying other kids, what would be the best advice for those parents?
The best advice first is to partner with the school, not necessarily looking to be a blamer of some aspect, but partner with the school so that solutions can be brought about. And when parents and the school become partners, you can desensitize, deregulate all of those issues and work with the students a lot better.
All right. We want to thank you all for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Still ahead tonight, all hell breaks loose at a woman's hair appointment. A stylist accused of pulling out a gun on their client. It's a factor. We'll talk about it next.
This program is being brought to you by Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Detroit police say a woman who is a hairdresser has been arrested after allegedly pulling a gun on a customer.
Big gun, ho! Yep. Big gun! Big gun! Out my house! And it say, I'll shoot you! No, I'll shoot you! I'll shoot you! Don't do that!
She did all of this for what? When we could have just simply just handled it, you know, like adults. I mean, she said, I will shoot you, I will bury you over $10.
Better get you a home perm kit. Earlier this week, Robin Phillips told Fox she was expecting a discounted price because the hairdresser was advertising a special, but Phillips claims the other woman told her she had to pay more than the advertised price. And then it took a violent turn when the woman ran upstairs to grab an assault rifle, not just a gun, an assault rifle. It's unclear if the suspect is still in police custody at this point. Still ahead tonight, viral video shows two women getting possibly a little too comfortable at breakfast. A closer look when we come back after the break. And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Whether it's a reality skit or a skit in general, it hits home. A topic that leaves some people saying, don't wear that out in public. It's an ongoing debate in the Black community, women wearing bonnets in a public setting. And a viral video shows a pair being confronted for it. Our next guest simply doesn't play that. And joining us now to talk about our favorite subject here on The Factor Uncensored, women in bonnets. And we have with us Kim H., who is a hair, beauty expert, also etiquette expert. So first of all, let's look at the video for what it is. Two women sitting down, having breakfast, bonnets on, pajamas on, in the lobby of a hotel.
You should be ashamed to have a buddy with all these white folks in here. What the hell wrong with y'all?
You don't stop.
Show some culture. Take them things off y'all goddamn head.
No.
They don't have them buttons on. Come on now, take them things off.
Well, you get my hair done. How about
Show some color about yourself.
Your thoughts about this?
Okay, so I have a few things. Tickets all around. Everybody get a damn ticket. Everybody get a damn ticket. Okay, everybody, right? Show your ass. My people used to say, show your ass in public, you get your ass whooped in public. Why on earth would you be outside in your inside clothes, sitting somewhere in a public place in pajamas and a bonnet? It's inappropriate from A to Z, no way around it. No way around it.
Let's address the man who took the video now. Some issues with what he said too. You're around these good white. He said you're around these good white folk making us look bad. Essentially, is what he said. You know, and I mean, come on, man, come on. Yeah,
exactly. Again, I started with tickets all around for everybody, including him. Who the hell? Because the first girl that looked at him like, who the hell do you think you're talking to? I understand it. I understand it. So first of all, why are you doing this, admonishing them in this manner in front of, and then like we have to always be under the white gaze, and you gonna just put that out there in the living room, just like they put that in the front yard. You just put, out here in front of the white folks. People, please. Ninja, please.
Did you expect better from New Jersey or what? Supposedly this happened in New Jersey. I thought, well, okay, New Jersey is going to be a little bit better, but it felt like the old Deep South.
It felt like the old Union, the OLE Deep South, right? The OLE Deep South. I could not believe it. First of all, he said, and you in here with these good white folks, step in, get to fetching, okay? I cannot believe he did that. And then for them to actually be, I mean, were they in a hotel lobby or where was that? Under what circumstance could your mama let you go somewhere in your pajamas and a headband on? It's inappropriate all the way around.
Right. Duly noted for everyone out there. Kim H. said it. It's inappropriate to be out in your bonnet and pajamas, especially your bonnet and pajamas together. That's a combo she doesn't want to see. Kim, always good to see you here on The Factor Uncensored, and we appreciate your time and your etiquette tips.
Oh, well, the etiquette tip is know your audience. Don't go outside with your inside clothes on. That's the tip for the day.
Still ahead tonight on The Factor, another conversation about fashion etiquette, this time at the Houston Rodeo. They're calling the Hodeo now. Some argue things got a bit too cheeky over at NRG, literally. We'll talk about it next. Stay with us.
watching the Isiah Factor Uncensored.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. The Houston Rodeo is famous for a lot of things, but especially the fashion some attendees pull out. In recent years, some say the choices they've seen on the fairgrounds have gone way too damn far.
But there's not one of them events where you be like, come as you are. If you a hoe, we don't want to see that at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Come dressed like you got sense.
I mean, like, I'm not even trying to stare or nothing like that, but I'm looking for the funnel cake. Pass. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I know, you know, it's something cowboy themed, but they aren't doing that. Cowboys ain't dressed like that. Cowboys ain't dressed like that.
It's rodeo season, and that means the cheeks are out. And I see a lot of y'all complaining about the cheeks being out. And I myself like that the cheeks are out. Man, when I tell you, man, when I went out this weekend, Lord, some beautiful women. There's some beautiful women here, some beautiful women visiting.
There you have it. Our next guests have seen the fashion for themselves and have their own thoughts. Joining us now, Carrie Gates, Monique Owens, Steph Schaffner, and Allison Marshall. So, guys, what is it looking like out there at the rodeo? Monique, come on now.
It is rough. I literally just went on Friday night. I had my 4-year-old with me, and I'm not joking. I saw a woman with chaps on and just a thong. That's
with the ass out?
Yes. Under chaps.
Undergarments.
That's undergarments, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to like steer my baby away from the sheets that are right at her eye level.
It's educational at that point, right?
I mean, I was appalled, and also, you know, I'm on a committee, and we do surveys, and so I'm talking this morning, asking about the surveys, and several people stopped me and said, "This dress code needs to be reformed. I'm tired of looking at boobs and butts."
Sounds like good parenting. I don't know.
Steph, what do you say?
So, yeah, you know, if you're an adult and you can dress classy-ish, no, act classy and, you know, not have your rear end hanging out, you're all right. But when you're like 13, 14, 15 years old and you're running around with your ass hanging out of your shorts, like, this is how it was. If you put your arms down and your fingers
I remember that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, hey,
rule.
hey,
My dad would not even let me out of the house like that.
Hey, Mom, I'm going.
I was packing shorts in my purse. If I was doing that, then that's what I was doing.
Allison, what have you seen out there? Has it been, in your opinion, inappropriate at all?
I mean, there's definitely some people that are doing it a little overboard. My personal opinion, I think that there are certain occasions where dressing up and like maybe showing a little bit more than you normally do is okay to do, but I have 2 sons, 11 and 8 almost, and that's not something I want them, you know, seeing. They're little men, you know. But I also do believe in like being able to dress up and like really be in your feminine side, and if you work hard for your body and you feel good in what you have on and it's tastefully done, I don't see a problem with it being tastefully.
And that's the key word, tastefully done.
Tastefully sexy.
Well, that's just showing confidence, right? Like, I applaud the parents for giving their kids that much confidence, right? It's hard to do.
Or a tissue and be like, here, you need something to wipe with.
But there is a cutoff line, though. You know, I mean, I don't want to be with my man and like all these booty cheeks, you know.
That's too much.
It's the rodeo.
Her little boy's at eye level.
At this point, you're like, boyfriend, son, you're like, okay, I can't even enjoy anything at this point.
And Carrie, you've had exposure in Canada, here in America. You know,
it's like going to the swimming pool. You're not going to shun people because they're wearing a bikini, right? So it's like no difference. Everybody's like amping it up. I'm like, I applaud the girls going out there confident to wear the attire that they're comfortable wearing. Like, because there's just too many people nowadays that's just like giving up and just like dressing frumpy and just kind of like not wanting to like show themselves, right? Like that's what I'm shooting for.
The bonnets we just showed in the last segment.
Well, you know, there's obviously going to be over the top with anything that you have, right? You got banana hammocks at the swimming pool. I don't want to see that, but there's some people that do. You know, wear board shorts, you know, that type of deal. But I don't know.
And what about the idea of a dress code for the rodeo? Is that even enforceable at all?
I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know, maybe a time and a place. Maybe there's a special day after a certain time, you know, but then of course the kids are already there. Just, you know, if you go to the show, you come out, it's 10 o'clock. I mean, any type of time that you would create, the kids would be there coming out of the show, seeing whatever was out there.
And is that most important for parents like you, that your child is being exposed to more than they should see?
Yes, because she's eye level to a butt. I mean, that's crazy.
I don't think that they could regulate that. I think that you're referring to committeemen, like we have to sign an indemnity.
Okay,
basically saying, hey, you know, you have to behave. And
well, it wasn't the committeemen. Everybody else.
Well,
it shouldn't be. But we live in a different era right now. Like, things are just, they're different, though.
And really quick, do you think this is harming the reputation of Houston's rodeo in the last 30 seconds?
I think so, because it's a family-friendly event, and if we can't go with our families, what's going on?
Right.
I think the booty shorts have always been there. I don't know. Sorry, but I just think they've always been there. It's just, I don't know why.
Right, the assless straps with the thong on, I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
I saw like 2 or 3 people
but
like that.
But short shorts, a tied up, button up, that's normal. But that cowboy hat, come on, everyone's been doing that.
Yeah, most of the girls that are teenagers are like frumpy-ish, you know, like big sweatshirts.
Well, not at the rodeo.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll continue to debate this into the future. Still ahead tonight, we're sticking to the subject of fashion as we learn more about a designer who makes customized hats. Keep it here. And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. My next guest, Dennis Sullivan, is a master hat designer who's created custom pieces for celebrities like Slim Thug, Rick Ross, and John Batiste. Now he's bringing that same star power to the public with his hat bar experience. Dennis can bring the design studio straight to your event, creating custom hats right on the spot. Joining us now here on The Factor Uncensored, Dennis Sullivan himself and Savannah Smith. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. So how did you come up with this concept?
Well, I didn't come up with the concept. It was more so I adopted it and shared it with my community.
There you go. There you go.
This was another way of being creative and bringing and helping people enhance their fashion. Everyone has a story to tell, and I feel like fashion gives you the opportunity to do so.
And so when you become a master hat maker, what does that take?
Oh man, it takes a lot of time, a lot of skill, a lot of handwork, a lot of brain power as far as creativity. So yeah.
Now, like if you're an event here, if this was a Factor party and people walked up, I want a hat, how do you begin that process?
So typically, you have different choices. Right now is rodeo season, so you have your good cowboy hats, you have your felt, and then you have your straw. So people can choose from their color, their size, style, and then we'll take them over to different bands and things that you can add to the hat, and charms and feathers and all that. So yeah.
And Savannah, so how do you play a role in this? What, do you help make the hats? Do you make hats also?
Yeah, so I get to help a little bit and just, I like to see like what people are wearing, kind of get their vibe, and then dig through. We have a magic orange box full of fun items, and I get to go from
Hey, what
y'all
kind
to
of fun
there.
items we talking about?
We have all these good ribbons. Don't go there with
PG,
me.
PG
yes,
fun items.
Always family-friendly hats.
And so how long does it take, guys, to complete a hat at an event?
At an event, it could probably take about 5 to 15 minutes.
Okay, can you give us a short version? Can you work on a short version while talking to us?
Absolutely. So yeah, so we brought different ribbons kind of based off the show. We got
purple.
Nice purple,
Yeah,
of course,
that's the color of the Factor.
So we would start here somewhere like that. We'll just kind of measure it out, cut it. It's real simple. And then just kind of bring it over here. And it's real seamless. It's all about layering and making sure everything looks nice.
And while he's working on that, Savannah, when you present the customer with that hat, what's their response?
They're usually so excited. People will, like, if they're currently wearing a hat, they will take theirs off and put this one on, which is very fun. But I don't think we've really watched anyone not walk away wearing their hat, like, in that moment.
Right. They're excited
And
about
their, like,
it.
smile is so much bigger. It's so fun.
And is it limited to cowboy hats, or you do all kinds of hats?
We do all kind of hats. So, you know, we have our flat brims. You can even do ball caps. So if you have a fitted cap or a trucker, we can even touch that up too.
Okay, and for those who are interested in hiring you, getting you to their event, where should they go?
So they can reach out to us on our Instagram. It's Roman. And then also we have a website that you can contact us through there.
Okay, and there's a website at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you write that down. If you're interested in having a hat bar, how much notice do you guys need, Savannah?
Please give us at least a week or two notice.
I thought you were going to say 24 hours. That's what we do. 24 hours. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Roman.com. Thank you, Dennis and Savannah, and the unnamed guy. He's the mystery guy here tonight. Thank you, guys. We'll be back with more Factor Uncensored. H-Town is apparently a hot destination for spring break, but there's a negative side to all of the attention. We'll talk about that next here on the Factor Uncensored. Thank you, Dennis. Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Spring break is here, and Houston is expecting a major wave of visitors. Officials say more than 2 million people are expected to hit the city, packing hotels, clubs, and parties all over across Houston. But not everyone is having a good time. Some spring breakers say club prices are too damn high, and some claim they're even getting scammed, and residents saying to visitors, don't come here, go home.
You think the celebrities that you want to see is going to be here for spring break? No. They got money. Listen, I'm not hating on y'all, you know what I'm saying, wanting to do something for spring break. But Houston? Even Atlanta would be like, okay, because you can still kind of walk around downtown Atlanta a little bit. I promise you, gang, you not walking nowhere, bro. And downtown Houston is really not even that exciting. Bro, like, Houston is so big that you gonna think that you going to downtown Houston and your dumb ass gonna be in 3rd Ward.
We definitely can't put him on the visitors committee. He's going to destroy Houston. So is spring break a big boost for Houston or a big headache? Joining us to talk about it, influencer Stanley Starks, media personality Natay, and Steph Schaffner is back in. Natay, do you have a problem with spring break here in Houston?
Not at all. Like, come on. Like, even when I was living in LA, the young kids, they was coming to Houston for at least the past 5 years for spring break. They want to hit up, you know, the Alameda Strip. They want to hit up Emancipation, downtown, get barbecue, and just have a different experience here in Houston.
Stanley, when did we become the happening spot?
After pandemic. Texas was open.
Oh,
yeah. Everybody came.
Yeah.
They had a good people.
Oh, I know. I was trying to get to Mexico. I tried to get to Mexico about every 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, we here.
Yeah. We're open.
You go anywhere on Washington, not Washington, go to Emancipation, Alameda.
What is Alameda?
But also Washington as well, too.
You can go there.
There's several different
What happened to South Padre? Like, everybody went to South Padre Island.
You got old, we got...
As long as you didn't end up on television with
I'm 41. I ain't going no South... I can't drive drunk, no way. I gave my car up. I just drink now.
Okay, yeah, you just have a good time. There's a lot of different
That's a lot of walking in Houston.
Yeah.
So, Steph, what's your advice? Should people come to Houston or not come to Houston?
Probably not. I mean, the beaches are not, I mean, whatever. If there's a cool event, like Jeep Weekend or something, but like spring break, I'm telling you right now, the little redhead that's watching right now, you're not going anywhere this weekend.
You don't need no beach. You don't need no beach.
You don't come to Houston for the beach. You're coming out here for the culture, the music, the food.
Ain't got no damn beach in Houston.
I mean,
in Galveston.
That's what I'm saying. Just not
and
talk
we
about Galveston.
We disassociate from that.
It depends on when it's raining, because 2 ain't gonna turn into a lake. If you go at the right time.
That's right. That's
yeah. All you need is a good tequila, some lamb chop.
But people don't even know we're below sea level. It's like, hey, you know what? Guess what? Y'all are driving here. See you underwater.
So, Stanley, for those who are wondering, is this a good place to come?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. It's on a Sunday, you got 50 clubs you can go to. 50 club for business, black business, we love it. Because the money is finally coming. People won't stop coming around 4th of July. Because people realize they got to buy their kids some clothes when they see
now, Natay, we've heard a lot of people supposedly scammed. They said they ordered tables weeks in advance here in Houston for various clubs. When they got here, they were outbid or those tables weren't there.
Yeah. I mean, you know, rockstar lifestyle.
You're right, that's on you.
But you probably aren't really buying all those tables ahead of time. You know, at a club, anything can change depending on who walks in at that time, so good luck.
I'm not walking into a club if somebody bought my table up.
They're going to give you money back.
Yeah,
not today.
Eventually. Put it on a credit card, because then you can at least, dispute your credit card. Don't do a debit
Deal with good people. Deal with people like Molo, Selected Group. Deal with some A-Light, some real good, credible people. They're going to give you, they might be high. I ain't going to lie.
Everything
You're going to spend $5,000.
But that's the cost of doing business.
But you're going to have the best time of your life here. Then you're going to go home crying.
Spending $5,000 in a table.
This is what we doing out here.
Well, not me.
You know,
She
different
don't even know where Almeida is.
Or Emancipation. It's different. It's different party spots for different cultures. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is. She brought up Padres. We don't talk about Emancipation.
Fit in anywhere.
Steph just
I'm
left
all
Creed
5
at
foot
the
tall.
rodeo.
You just shove me into a closet. I'll calm down and we're good.
Come Sunday, 15. Or Tipsy. You gonna love Tipsy. They gonna love you.
All right, I don't know where this interview going. I don't know where this interview going. Still ahead. Steph is out of control. She had too much rodeo today.
Okay.
Still ahead tonight, a recruitment fair is doing its part to keep the unmistakable magic of HBCU bands alive. The details on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. For the first time ever, the HBCU Band Combine is coming to Houston. This is a big deal, folks. Now, the recruitment fair is happening Saturday, March 14th. It allows students to connect with HBCU band directors and potentially earn scholarships. Joining us to talk about it, musician Trinity Randall, and from the Houston chapter of New Orleans Legacy Association of Bands, DJ Holly Grove and Shane Emilion. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. For those who are interested, parents who are out there and their kids play instruments, what do they need to do?
Sign up. You go to the website and sign up now. This is a great opportunity. We've been doing it for 7 years in New Orleans. You know, of course, we're from New Orleans and started off there. And over the 7 years in New Orleans, we've had $82 million in scholarships offered out. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity. Like, just think of the NFL Combine, but for marching bands. So, again, we have 17 HBCU band directors coming out to audition students like Trinity here to give them a scholarship. Like, I didn't have this. We didn't have this when I was coming up in college. I wish that we would have had the opportunity to, you know, audition for multiple marching bands at once. So it's something we've been doing in Houston, for New Orleans for 7 years, and this is our first time in Houston. It'll be at Stephen F. Austin in Houston. Stephen F. Austin in Houston, not the one in Sugarland, on this Saturday.
Got it. This Saturday. And Trinity, for young people who are playing instruments, what does it mean for you to be able to get a scholarship? That way you take the burden off your parents.
I would say it took like a lot of hard work and dedication to where I got from today. Considering I've been playing for a long time, it is like really a great opportunity for me.
And so how did you decide which instrument you would play and master?
It was actually an accident. I wanted to play the trombone originally, but I stuck with the tuba, and I actually really enjoyed myself.
There you go. And Shane, for parents out there, if they're not certain their kid should be on this instrument, that instrument, but they're very talented, what advice would you give those parents out there?
Just allow them to just play along with whatever instrument there is that's out there. Like, it's okay to play different instruments, and also if you play different instruments, you're always good to get a good scholarship from those instruments. So.
And go ahead, Holly.
I was going to say, Trinity plays, what, 3 instruments?
Yeah. Wow.
2. I know how to play
3,
tenor, sax, and tuba.
And so what made you interested in music, Trinity?
Growing up, all of my family members had something to do related to music, whether it was choir or in the band, and I was like really inspired by that.
And what's the path, what's the future for those who may become musicians, for those who say, well, I don't know what he's going to do after college? What's the path like?
Well, being a Grammy-nominated, DJ myself, and working with people like working with John Batiste, who I went to NOCA with, New Orleans Center for Creative Arts. It's a lot you can do in music, whether you're instrumentalist, producer. You can be. It's a lot that you can do with music. You don't have to be a performer. You can take your talents that you learn and be behind the scenes. Me being a music executive myself now and working with a lot of different artists, and my artist Morgan Janae, she was just nominated for a Grammy. That was big, and that started with marching band. My good friend Cortez Bryant, he's a marching band HBCU member from Jackson State. He's Lil Wayne and Drake's manager. So it's a lot of people that come from marching bands that a lot of people don't know, so God rest my guy B King, marching band member. It's a lot of people that, started in marching bands that you might not even realize, so stick with marching band. Marching band saves lives. I'm telling you right now. DJ Holly Grove can tell you, marching band saves lives.
And for those who are wondering, what will the combine look like? What will we see when the students gather with the band directors?
You'll just see, first of all, when you first get there, you'll get to sign up and let them know, what instrument you play, and you'll get to sit in front of a lot of the band directors. Texas Southern University, Virginia Union, not just here in Texas or Louisiana, it's HBCUs from all over. And again, nobody really had this opportunity until a couple years ago.
And Shane, what would you tell parents to get them out of their house and bring their kids to this?
Get up. Come get this money.
Incredible opportunity.
This is a great opportunity, free money. Come on.
$82 million over 7 years given away.
All right. And it's your chance to get this money as well for your kids and get them through college. Trinity, play us out really quick. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll leave you with Trinity. All right, give it up for Trinity. Make sure you check them out really quick. Holly Grove, when again?
Saturday at Stephen F. Austin in Houston. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you, Trail Burger.
All right. Good night.